Artificial intelligence is becoming mainstream. People are now talking about it more than ever before. Today we're going to be talking about 10 different AI art generation websites that are entirely free for you to generate with. The rise of the AI art generators is here, and there's a lot of really fantastic free websites for you to check out. I've talked about a lot of these before on the channel, but I figured I'd compile a nice easy to view list for you guys to just figure out what you want to start generating with. There's different pros and cons to each, and we'll go through those, but I would say I recommend all of these different mediums for generating AI art for completely free. When you click on any of these links in the description, you'll probably be brought to a Futurepedia page where then you can find a link to the product. So it's kind of like a little enhancement on your end. Obviously, if you want to visit the page, you just click this visit link right here, but you know, we also see it's got a Discord community, it's free, and they even have like similar tools. Anyways, this is actually going to be the first product we're talking about here. Mage.space is one of the best AI art generators out there. You get unlimited generations for completely free. You can generate as much as you want. You can do image to image, so this means you can upload images to generate new images based off of it. This is a very popular one. Generating can take up to a minute, and you don't need to make an account or anything, although you can make an account and pay for added features. But as you can see, this image we generated is just base stable diffusion. So that's what you get for completely free with this unlimited base stable diffusion and medium speed generation time. You can do remixing, you can do enhancing, reimaging. This basically just upscaled the image. If we click view options here, you can see we have more than just base stable diffusion. There's a lot of different upgrade to pro added models here, like a Disney Pixar model, for example. They've got a basic plan, which is only $4 a month, which is a pretty darn good deal. This website also allows NSFW with the basic plan, which is interesting too. A lot of websites don't offer that. They've also got a pro plan, which is a lot faster generations too. But it's $15 a month, and there's some pretty stiff competition with the pro plan. Other than that, they have different aspect ratios. We've got 25 steps, so this would be faster generation time but lower overall image quality, and then higher image quality with a longer generation time. The higher you increase the guidance scale, the more the generator is going to try to make the image look like your prompt. However, you can start to burn out the image and you get less creativity in general with the image. Normal is a pretty good bet. And oh yeah, they do have a gallery as well where you can view prompts and stuff like that. Moving on to what I would consider a pretty stark competitor here to Mage.space, this is Playground AI. This is a personal favorite of mine. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. I really do love Playground AI. I think that their layout and the simplicity of generating and the ease and speed of generating, just the whole site essentially, is really, really well done. And they do have a lot of features that Mage.space also has, but I think they do them a little bit better. The only thing here is you have 1,000 images per day, which is quite a lot, and honestly would be enough to satisfy most people's needs. After you generate, I think it's around 300 images or so, you start to be limited on the quality of images you can generate. However, 1,000 a day technically is quite a lot, and they do have a pretty good plan. We've got different models in here. If you pay, you can get DALL-E 2, but they've got Stable Diffusion 2.1 and 1.5. They've got a bunch of these custom Dream Booth filters here. Again, this is the same type of filter that we were talking about with Mage.space, where you can get really, really fun and interesting results, although you can actually use all of these filters for completely free here on Playground AI, in contrast to Mage.space, which charges you for them. But we've got pixel art, we've got Play-Doh, Wool Mode, Poly Mode, Playtune, lots of really cool filters. I gotta say, the generation here on Playground AI is very, very quick as well. You've got the same thing with image dimensions. You can change the aspect ratio. Essentially, this is the same thing as the guidance scale, which we talked about previously, and of course, we've also got the quality and steps. Again, 50 steps would be longer than something like 25 steps, but what's nice is you can actually go all the way up to 150 if you wanted to. Really, really specific quality and details are allowed here on Playground AI. You can also adjust the seed here on Playground AI, and you can go up to 4 images per generation. So let's try this prompt I've typed out here. Beautiful image of a lemon character plushie made of wool. And as you can see, we get some pretty interesting results here. I actually really, really like this one. This one's a great result, but yeah, that's pretty fantastic. Again, you've got a bunch of options. Obviously, you can download it, but they have a new edit mode, which I did a whole video about, which is pretty cool. And they've also got upscaling, face restoration, variations, lots of really, really detailed options here in Playground AI. I'm not going to get too deep into these, but yeah, I'd consider Playground AI my favorite image generation website. The $15 a month one allows for 2,000 images per day. no waiting, no limits on image. And then if you want DALL-E 2, if you must have DALL-E 2, you can add it on for $10 per month. So I honestly think Playground AI is a better website than Mage.space, and it offers a better $15 a month plan in my opinion. There's just more capability. All right, this next website is really strange, I think. However, I have to include it because it offers fast generation time and completely free unlimited image generation at the moment. This is known as Open.ai. That's what the website is called, and it's super strange to me because obviously a lot of you know OpenAI is the company that made ChatGPT. It made DALL-E 2. It's the big AI company. It's called OpenAI, and these guys apparently have trademarked Open AI, which is the same company name. I don't know. These guys are going to get sued. You know, someone who's not super experienced might think that this is the real Open AI company. Anyways, they claim that they want to make the best AI models open and free, and they have a free image generator here in the meantime. Let's just do this prompt here. Logo of a lemon character wearing sunglasses. A nice thing they have here is these suggestions. Oh yeah, sure. In the 80s TV show, we'll generate that. And yeah, it tries to generate some images here. Again, this does just appear to be a variation of Stable Diffusion. They have very quick and easy to use image generation. Not really much else to say other than the quality and the tunability here is not as good as Playground AI or Mage.space. However, it's really quick and you get 8 images very fast for completely free. If you like simplicity, this one definitely could be for you. But yeah, there's not a lot of functionality other than, you know, saving or sharing your image. They've also got a feed here of images just sort of being generated over time by different users, so you can see what people are generating right now. But yeah, people are generating very quickly with this website. Although, with them copying the name of OpenAI, I'm not so sure I trust them. This next website here is Dream by Wombo. This is completely free, unlimited AI image generation. They've actually got a few of their own custom models. They've been doing their own thing for quite some time here. And the image generation, you only really get one result here, and it takes a little bit to generate, but I think their premium models and their own custom model is pretty good. This is not just base Stable Diffusion. This is kind of like a Midjourney situation, although it's not necessarily as good as something like Midjourney. But the quality can be good, and I think it's better than base Stable Diffusion. So let's do like figurine here. You know, this is a custom style. We'll say figurine of Steve Jobs and the iPhone, and we'll just click the create button, and we'll begin to generate our image. As you can see, you can actually upload initial images as well here. That is a functionality, but there's no real settings to Dream by Wombo. There's no tweaking and adjusting little settings or anything like that. It's just creating images, and you can see it actually does give us a pretty good result with this custom model here we've got. Definitely resembles Steve Jobs, maybe not perfectly, and he's presenting a little black cube. But you can save and download the image, and these are custom models. It's really nice with this one because it's custom. They have an app, by the way, too, on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. It's a custom model, so there's more creativity to explore than just basic Stable Diffusion, which a lot of websites offer these days. It's interesting. So this is definitely a fun one. They also have a Discord bot. Speaking of Discord servers, this next one is fully generating inside of a Discord server. This is Willow AI. It aims to kind of be a competitor to Midjourney in a lot of ways. I made a video about this one previously, but essentially it's very much like Midjourney. If you've ever heard of or used of Midjourney, you join the Discord, you go to the rookie channel, you do /imagine and type in your prompt, and you get 4 images out of the result. And I gotta say, these are all Stable Diffusion based models, but there's multiple of them, and it tries to pick the right Stable Diffusion model based off of the prompt you submit. So there's kind of a little bit of magic going on behind the scenes with this one. And with over 300,000 users here with Willow AI, it's certainly beginning to become a big Discord server with a huge user base. But yeah, you can scroll through the rookies channel here, and you can see there's definitely a lot of really interesting and nice image generations that are popping up. I'd say a lot of these are better than, you know, base Stable Diffusion images. It's hard to tell, of course, without spending some time to directly compare them, but I have seen some really great image results out of this Discord bot. And if you want free Midjourney, essentially, this is the closest you're going to get to something like completely free Midjourney. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool and interesting generations being propagated around this server. There's a lot of really interesting models they seem to be using under the hood here with this auto determination of which model should be picked and all that. And of course, you also get upscaling here in the Blue Willow Discord and variations and stuff like that as well. So yeah, Blue Willow has a lot of capabilities, and I definitely definitely would recommend it. Finally, we're moving into the ever popular Crayon model. This used to be DALL-E Mini back in the day. Essentially, before DALL-E 2 was even released to the public, this was the best image generator you could pretty much find. There's a lot better AI generators now, but Crayon just had an update that really increased its quality, and Crayon has always been completely free. If you want to get faster results, you can pay for a monthly subscription. And, you know, the wait time is about 1 minute to get your generations here. But the interesting thing about Crayon is it oftentimes knows about a lot newer things than, you know, even DALL-E 2 would know about. So it knows about like Among Us, for example, and it knows about a lot of popular internet culture and memes. So Crayon's often known as like the meme AI. And of course, if you do end up with funny generations, they do have this little screenshot button here, which will generate you a screenshot of all 9 of your generations. This next website is a brand new one. I actually just covered it in my previous video. Yeah, I made a video about this website yesterday. It's talking about how fast and great it was. The benefits of this website are really awesome when it's working properly, but my video sent so much traffic to the site, we essentially bricked and crashed the servers of this website, which is pretty unfortunate. But the servers are actually working a lot better than they were, so it's sort of starting to catch up here. It's a completely free, unlimited AI image generator though, and it's also combined with a search function as well. So when you type in a prompt, you get other people's image generations as well as yours if the image generations are similar to your prompt. So it's trying to give you like new creative ideas and help you explore the latent space of the AI. For example, here we can see a bunch of AI lemon generations. A lot of these are generated by other people, but if I keep scrolling, eventually it's going to start to generate its own generations here over time. So this next website I talked about before, this is known as Pollinations.ai. They have more than just image generation, but they do have completely free text to image, and it takes about a minute to generate images here. They also have custom models that are pretty interesting as well, such as a model that actually will go ahead and try to tweak and make your prompt better before it spits out an end result. So like this one, for example, my prompt was photo of a cheeseburger themed house, and it tried to enhance the prompt before generating trending on ArtStation, trending on DeviantArt, layered composition, photorealistic textures, vibrant colors, and yeah, I think it does kind of produce a better result at the end of the day. And it is completely free for you to use, and there's a lot of other great free tools here on Pollinations.ai, so this one's definitely another recommended one. Alright, making our way towards the end of the list here, we've got Neural.love. Again, I've talked about this one in a previous video, but it's a really nice, clean, free AI image generator. Type in a simple prompt here, click generate for free. You do have to sign up, but once you sign up, you are allowed to generate some images here. And you can see the generation isn't necessarily as fast as something like Playground AI, but it does get the job done eventually. You know, it's about as fast as a lot of the other ones. And you get 4 images here as a result. They've got enhance mode. You can do uncropping, which essentially is outpainting. You can download them and you can remix them. So it's just a basic image generator. They have their own different models, and you can actually add your own custom models as well. They've got aspect ratio. They've got, you know, up to 20 images here, but I think this starts to cost credits. Yes, you do have to pay credits if you want to generate more than 4 images at a time. They've also got HD mode. So technically there is free generation with this website, but to use a lot of these settings, you start to have to pay in credits. And honestly, I don't necessarily recommend that when things like Playground AI are around, but the reason this website I think is still worth mentioning is they do have video enhancement, they've got image enhancement, audio enhancement, they have portrait generators, they've got a lot of other free options here for generating not just AI art. So while they do have completely free image generation, they've got other AI tools as well. And finally on the list here, we've got Lexica Aperture. So if you haven't heard of Lexica before, essentially this is a massive website that generates lots of stable diffusion images. They've got a massive database of previous generations. You can search for just about anything, and you will get hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of results here for whatever you're looking for, and lots of really cool generations as well, and their prompts and settings too, which is nice. Lexica is a great website. It has been for a while, but they do have their own generation model here known as Lexica Aperture. As you can see, these are the examples I generated for the prompt: a steampunk car airship from a post-apocalyptic reality. And yeah, the results are very high resolution, they're detailed, they have a really nice quality to them. I do like Lexica Aperture. I think it's a great model. I do believe it's a stable diffusion based model, but it's really meant for like photography style stuff, and it does portraits and people very well. So if I say, for example, portrait of Steve Jobs and click generate here, the generation time, by the way, is pretty quick here with Lexica Aperture, which is nice to see. You know, you start to get some pretty interesting results here. It's definitely a good model. It's a quick model, and it's unlimited generation for free here in Lexica. Very simple, nice UI to generate. Definitely a big fan of this model. I would rank this among the top best free AI image generators. Alright guys, so that was your 10 free AI art image generation tools. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Which one is your favorite? Which one will you be using in the future? Again, personally, I'm a fan of Playground AI. Then past that, Mage.space is also a good one. Blue Willow's very good as well. Lexica Aperture is fantastic. But yeah, they all have their different quirks and features. Check out my channel. I hope these tools were useful for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.